Hey guys, and welcome back to the Coruscant Knights. So today is just me. However, we are starting a new series within our channel, which is showcasing / partial reviews of our favorite LEGO Star Wars sets. So today, to kick us off with the first part, is reviewing / showcasing the 2016 LEGO Death Star. Now, by no means I don't think this set is perfect. However, it is one that I hold very close to myself, and I'm sure a lot of other LEGO Star Wars collectors. So I thought it would be a good one to kick us off with this brand new series, and it is one that has so many interactive features and capabilities that I think it deserves its recognition. Whilst by no means is perfect, I do think it is one of the top tier LEGO Star Wars sets. So I hope you guys enjoy what I show and demonstrate and showcase within this video. Let us know down below your thoughts on this set. So we hope you enjoy the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and share it with a friend, and we'll see you in the next one. So first up, we have the meeting room with Darth Vader and Grand Moff Tarkin and all the troopers and Imperial officers. This is a nice little kind of scene from A New Hope, and a very cool kind of area to have a lot of cool shots from and to recreate moments from the movie. But overall, yeah, I do quite like this kind of area a lot. Next up here we have the Death Star control room. So this is obviously where Grand Moff Tarkin and the officers target Alderaan and practice firing up the laser. And overall, this is a very cool little neat setup, with also being able to control the angle of the Death Star cannon laser itself, which I think is quite nice. And just coming up now, we demonstrate how it has the kind of different targeting system. So here is obviously the planet of Alderaan, but as you kind of take it out and flip it around, you can actually switch it to the Death Star laser symbol, which is really cool to just kind of change the little scene. A nice little neat interactive feature within this control room. Next up, we have the droid repair room, which is a very small kind of setup within the Death Star, and it's not my favorite, but it does have some of its benefits with its interactive kind of features. And the first one we'll demonstrate is will be shown later, but it is a very, very cool feature that does something quite interesting.
That and they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
And we also have the elevator system, which actually controls from at the top here, but it goes all the way down to the bottom of the Death Star, which I think is a cool little setup for the different scenes that you can kind of reenact and use. So this is the final section of the top of the Death Star, and it is the turbo lasers, which, as you can see, has very cool kind of features where you can kind of go up and down using just the dials on the side, and also side to side using the kind of stick below it. And it is a neat little feature that makes it kind of look a lot more weaponized, which is always nice. Next up in the first of the middle row is the super laser itself. Now I might just say the lasers itself are very, very sensitive and touchy, so you got to be careful when you're moving them around. However, that knob at the top from the control room controls the angle and kind of how you can move it to angle it, which is very cool. I would also like to add that the finer details within this part is so beautiful, and I really do like the kind of way it looks, which is one of the main features of the Death Star. Next up is the infamous detection block, with Luke and Han pretending to be stormtroopers trying to rescue Princess Leia. Now this is a very, very beautiful aspect of the Death Star, and as you can see at the top here, this is the security camera kind of droid thing that you can move around a little bit. Within the next part also, we actually get the kind of entrance to the trash compactor, which we'll see later on, which is also just a very, very neat feature, and this is very cool. And that's also showing now is where Princess Leia herself would be in. Overall, being one of my favorite aspects from the Death Star itself. It's just very neat. Wow, the Emperor's throne room. Now this is actually my favorite compartment of the whole Death Star, just because of its interactive capabilities and just the overall look of it. It just feels very authentic and genuine, and it can make for some great photography and just great kind of playability features to it. And it also has the part on the left here where the Emperor actually gets thrown by Darth Vader in the bottom left, and also where Luke falls when Darth Vader attacks him in Return of the Jedi. So overall, just an amazing, amazing part of this set. The hangar bay. Now, this is actually quite funny because this is my second favorite part of the Death Star, and it might seem quite unusual to say that, but I just love the play features with it and the actual look of the TIE bomber, and it's just so beautiful. I just love the way it can come off so easily and just be used as an individual piece itself rather than just a part of the Death Star. And it can sit Darth in there too, because obviously, you know, that's where we've seen him in A New Hope. And also it actually has a little platform for any sort of pilot that you want to put in there, and that's just with the wine feature right shown here, and it just comes in so clean, and it's just a beautiful part of the set, honestly. Now we're coming to what they call the cargo bay, which is sadly my least favorite part of the set, aside from one later on. However, I just think in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much of a memorable part of the Death Star from the movies, which makes me question why it was even kind of chosen to be in this set, in my opinion. So next up is a defensive gun area for the Death Star, which I think is a nice kind of compatibility with other kind of sets. For example, an X-Wing or even other TIE fighters, to have that kind of cool little addition when you're trying to recreate a scene in the movies. Next up is another iconic scene with Luke and Leia swinging away from Imperials and Stormtroopers, which is called the air shaft kind of area, which is a massive open kind of area compared to other parts of the Death Star, which is just really good once again just to look at and have from a very iconic part of the movie. Here we have the tractor beam room where Obi-Wan tries to turn off the tractor beam so the pilots can attack the Death Star. Now, this room itself is very basic and quite plain, but it gets the message across, and it is quite a nice little addition to have on this set. So now we come to the trash compactor compartment, which actually has great interactive capabilities of the walls closing in, similar to how it happens in A New Hope, and also has the creature which grabs Luke underneath, which they have to help him. Quite a dark part of the set itself, probably because it's near the bottom of the Death Star, but once again, just another beautiful replication of the movie. But to conclude this showcase is the basement area of the Death Star, which poses more of a stand rather than an actual part from the movie or anything like that, but it is much needed for the set. But overall, this is the 2016 LEGO Death Star. Hope you enjoyed looking at it, and it's one of my favorite sets, which is in my collection. So thanks for watching, guys. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. See you in the next one.